As December begins, winter storms waste no time making their presence known. A major system is set to sweep from the Midwest to the Northeast, bringing the first significant snowfall for many. This isn't just a dusting. Expect widespread, accumulating snow that will impact travel and daily routines. The storm's timing, right at the start of the work week, means Monday and Tuesday will see rapidly changing, hazardous conditions. It's a wake-up call. Winter is here, and preparation is key. The cold air is settling in, and the storm track looks active for the eastern U.S. this month. Let's break down what to expect and how to stay safe as winter kicks off with a bang. How does a storm like this form? The answer lies in a fascinating chain of atmospheric events, each one building on the last to create a powerful winter system. Let's break down the journey of this storm, step by step, to see how all the pieces fit together. It all begins as a subtle disturbance emerging from the rugged terrain of the Rockies. As this system pushes eastward, it taps into abundant moisture from the Gulf of Mexico and gathers energy from the contrast in temperatures. The mountains act as a launching pad, sending the developing storm into the heart of the continent. As the storm travels, it encounters a dramatic collision. Frigid Canadian air plunges southward, meeting warm, moisture-laden air streaming up from the Gulf. This clash of air masses is the engine that powers the storm, sparking widespread precipitation, rain, sleet, and snow, across the plains and into the Mississippi Valley. The energy released in this battle of temperatures is what gives the storm its strength and reach. By Tuesday, the storm intensifies dramatically. Heavy, wet snow begins to blanket the interior Northeast, coating towns and cities in a thick layer. Roads become treacherous, and snowplows work around the clock to keep up with the relentless accumulation. For many, this is when the storm's impact is felt most directly. At the heart of the storm, the low-pressure center deepens further. This intensification draws in even more moisture and cold air, amplifying snowfall rates and expanding the area of heaviest impacts. The storm's core becomes a swirling powerhouse, driving wind and snow across hundreds of miles. As the system moves, travel conditions quickly deteriorate. In the Midwest, icy roads and reduced visibility make for hazardous driving on Monday. By Tuesday morning, New England faces its own challenges, with snow-covered highways and difficult commutes. Staying off the roads, if possible, becomes the safest choice. The storm reaches its peak during the Tuesday evening commute, unleashing its full force just as people are heading home. Streets fill with snow, traffic slows to a crawl, and city lights glow through swirling flakes. But by late Tuesday night, the system races off the coast, and skies begin to clear, leaving behind a transformed landscape. Understanding this progression is key to staying safe and prepared. From stocking up on essentials and checking weather alerts, to shoveling walkways and planning travel, knowing what to expect at each stage helps you respond confidently to every phase of the storm. This storm's journey is a classic example of winter's powerful, complex machinery at work, an awe-inspiring reminder of nature's ability to shape our world in just a matter of days. As this powerful winter storm sweeps across the region, one thing is certain: not everyone will experience the same kind of weather. Snowfall amounts can vary dramatically, sometimes even within the same town or city. While some neighborhoods will wake up buried under a thick blanket of snow, others just a few miles away might see only a light dusting, or even just rain. So, who gets buried and who gets a dusting? Let's break it down. The heaviest snow, between 6 and 12 inches, will fall across the interior Northeast. This includes higher elevations like the Berkshires in western Massachusetts and the hills around Worcester. In these spots, the combination of colder air and elevation means snow will pile up quickly, transforming the landscape into a winter wonderland. Rural communities and forested areas will see deep drifts, making travel difficult and creating postcard-perfect scenes. Meanwhile, cities such as Boston, Providence, and Albany are in for a moderate snowfall, generally 3 to 6 inches. That's enough to coat roads, cover cars, and send people out early with shovels and snowblowers. For many, this will be the first significant snow of the season, likely causing travel delays, school closings, and a flurry of activity as everyone adjusts to winter's arrival. Along the coast, the story changes. Places like Cape Cod and other coastal communities will see a brief mix of snow and rain, but temperatures here are just warm enough that most of the precipitation falls as rain. Any snow that does fall will quickly melt, leaving behind wet roads and only a trace of slush. For these areas, the storm is more of a rainy inconvenience than a snowy spectacle. Farther south, from the Carolinas up through Washington, D.C. and into Philadelphia, the storm brings a completely different threat. Here, it's an all-rain event, with 1 to 2 inches of heavy rainfall expected. Urban areas could see water pooling on streets and even some localized flooding, especially where storm drains are clogged or overwhelmed. For these cities, the main concern is not snow, but the potential for slippery roads and minor flooding. What causes these sharp differences? It all comes down to temperature, both at the ground and higher up in the atmosphere. Where cold air lingers, snow can fall and accumulate. But just a few degrees warmer, and that snow turns to rain, or even freezing rain, creating a patchwork of conditions across the region. The boundary between snow and rain can be surprisingly sharp, sometimes shifting within a single neighborhood. The exact track of the storm is crucial. A small shift north or south can mean the difference between a snow day and a rainy commute. For families watching from their windows, the change from snowflakes to raindrops can happen in a matter of minutes, making the weather feel unpredictable and exciting. That's why meteorologists are constantly updating their forecasts as the storm approaches. New data can shift the snow-rain line, changing who gets buried and who just gets a dusting. So, keep an eye on the latest updates, because in a storm like this, the weather outside your window can change fast. The rain-snow line is the invisible boundary where temperatures hover near freezing, deciding who gets snow and who gets rain. For this storm, that line will set up near the I-95 corridor, making forecasts tricky for cities like Boston and New York. A slight shift in the storm's path could mean a big difference in snowfall totals. If warmer air moves in aloft, snowflakes melt into rain before reaching the ground, especially near the coast. Boston may start with snow, then switch to rain as Atlantic air moves in, cutting down totals compared to areas just inland. This explains why neighboring towns can see very different results from the same storm. The rain-snow line is a moving target, and it's what makes winter forecasting so challenging. Snow isn't the only threat. Ice can be even more dangerous. This storm brings a risk of sleet and freezing rain from Arkansas through the Ohio Valley into the central Appalachians. Sleet bounces as it hits the ground, but freezing rain coats surfaces in a slick glaze, creating black ice. Even a thin layer can make roads and sidewalks treacherous, especially in places like Little Rock and Roanoke. Ice is hard to spot, especially at night, and bridges freeze first. If freezing rain is in the forecast, avoid travel if possible. Unlike snow, ice offers no traction, so extra caution is essential. This hidden danger requires respect and preparation. As a powerful winter storm sweeps across the region, travel will be extremely challenging from Monday through Tuesday, impacting millions of people across several states. Whether you're planning a daily commute, a long-distance drive, or simply running errands, it's important to be prepared for significant disruptions and delays. On Monday, the Central Plains will be hit first, with icy roads making travel treacherous. Black ice and slick surfaces can catch even experienced drivers off guard, so slow down and leave extra space between vehicles. By Tuesday, the storm's reach extends eastward, bringing heavy rain to the mid-Atlantic. Expect waterlogged streets, reduced visibility, and longer commute times as drivers navigate through downpours and standing water. Meanwhile, New England will be blanketed by snow, snarling travel on highways and local roads alike. Snowplows will be working overtime, but accumulations may outpace clearing efforts, especially during peak hours. The Tuesday evening commute in the Northeast is expected to be especially hazardous, with blizzard-like conditions possible in some areas. If you must be on the road, allow for extra travel time and keep your headlights on. Heavy snow will rapidly reduce visibility, making it difficult to see other vehicles, road signs, and even the road itself. Roads can become snow-covered in minutes, so be prepared for sudden changes in driving conditions. Widespread school and business closures are likely, especially in areas hit hardest by the storm. Stay tuned to local news for updates on closures and delays in your community. Neighborhoods could see deep snowdrifts, making it difficult to leave home or even find your car. Businesses may close early or remain closed for the day to keep employees and customers safe. Local authorities are already issuing advisories and storm watches, urging everyone to avoid unnecessary travel and to stay off the roads if possible. As the storm approaches, these advisories may be upgraded to warnings, so keep an eye on your phone and local broadcasts for the latest emergency alerts. If your job allows, consider working from home on Tuesday, to avoid the worst of the storm and stay safe indoors. Many employers are encouraging remote work to keep everyone out of harm's way. If you absolutely must travel, make sure your car is stocked with an emergency kit. Include blankets, food, water, a flashlight, and a fully charged phone in case you get stranded. Power outages are possible as heavy snow and ice weigh down power lines. Charge your devices ahead of time, have flashlights and batteries ready, and know where your emergency supplies are stored. If you use candles for light, place them in safe locations away from anything flammable, and never leave them unattended. Battery-powered lights are a safer alternative. Shoveling heavy, wet snow can be physically demanding and even dangerous, especially for those with health concerns. Take your time, use proper technique, and don't hesitate to ask for help if you need it. Remember to take frequent breaks and stay hydrated, even in cold weather. Overexertion is a common cause of winter injuries. With a little preparation and caution, you and your loved ones can stay safe, warm, and comfortable as this major winter storm passes through. Stay informed, stay indoors if you can, and look out for your neighbors. By Wednesday, the storm moves out, but cold, windy conditions settle in. A blast of Canadian air ensures the snow sticks around, and wind chills will make it feel even colder. Cleanup begins as road crews clear snow, and residents dig out. Bundle up as temperatures will stay low. A secondary cold front arrives Thursday and Friday, bringing even colder air and maybe a few flurries. Highs may only reach the 20s by Friday, locking the region into a deep freeze. Another storm is already on meteorologists' radar for the weekend, possibly bringing more snow and ice to the Midwest and East. This active cold pattern means winter is just getting started. Stay alert for more storms as December unfolds. This early December storm signals a broader, persistent winter pattern. The jet stream has dipped, steering cold and stormy weather into the eastern U.S., while the west stays mild. Long-range forecasts predicted an early, active winter, and that's exactly what's happening. When this pattern locks in, it tends to stick around, so expect more snow and ice events through December. Below-average temperatures will be the norm, with frequent storms moving out of the plains or up from the south. This year, winter arrived early and isn't going anywhere soon. Stay winter ready and keep an eye on the forecast for more active weather ahead. Preparation is your best defense against winter's challenges. Stock your home with essentials: food, water, flashlights, batteries, and a radio. Charge your devices and power banks before the storm hits. If you must drive, keep your gas tank at least half full and pack a winter survival kit: blankets, snacks, a shovel, and sand for traction. Check your tires and fluids before heading out. Shoveling snow? Dress in layers, take breaks, and push rather than lift. Look out for neighbors, especially those who may need extra help. Stay informed with weather alerts and local news for the latest updates. With preparation and community, you can handle whatever this winter throws your way.